Now on to my guest tonight, who paved the way for women in rock with her bass guitar and her big voice. Suzi Quatro has been entertaining her fans for decades.
So make a stand for your man, honey. Try to can the can. If you can't give me love, if you can't give me love, so come alive, down in Devil Gate Drive. 'Cause she's in love with you. That's all she wants to do. She'll never let you down. She'll never fool around. 'Cause she's in love with you.
Just some of the highlights. She is still rocking with new music and a new tour kicking off at the London Palladium next week. Suzi Quatro, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Nice to be here.
I love
Hello.
the way you're singing along to those tracks as well. You're loving it. I've got to ask you first of all, because everyone's talking about it, and you're a real life American sitting in front of me. Were you up all night watching it all unfold?
No.
No.
I actually have a thing in my life where I don't use my platform as a famous person to do politics.
Yeah.
I leave it at that. I never answer questions. All I say is I believe in democracy, and I'm done.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Democracy has spoken. It has happened. Let's move on to music.
If you want my opinion, you come to the pub and I'll tell you my opinion.
We do that afterwards, Suzi.
Okay.
Listen, let's get to the music, because you have had an absolutely phenomenal career.
60 years now.
I cannot believe that. But you started very young. You were only 14, weren't you?
I was 14.
14, so 14 in your sister's band?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it like back then? I think, look at you there. Is this you there?
Oh my God, look at me dancing. Oh my God.
This is great stuff.
What did I look like?
I mean, when you look back at those pictures there in the very early days and you think, you know, people like Deborah Harry, Joan Jett, they've said they've all been inspired by you. I mean, that is quite something, isn't it?
It's quite something. And when I watched my documentary, Suzi Quatro, which came out 2019, and I watched them all appear on it,
Yeah.
one after the other, and I ended up in tears because I didn't know I was doing it.
Oh, you were doing it.
But I didn't know it. I didn't know I was just being me.
Yeah.
And I didn't was going to change the world for all the women, but it did. But that's fantastic.
Was it tricky back then? Because obviously, you know, opinions. You were the first female bassist to front a band, weren't you? Was that difficult back in those days? Do you have challenges there? People saying, oh, you know, it shouldn't be you?
Luckily for me, I was raised in a musical family.
Yeah.
My father, I went to my dad and I said, Dad, we are starting, me and two of your daughters, two other daughters are starting an all-girl band. Do you have a bass guitar? And he said, sure.
And the
There
rest
was
is
no argument.
the rest is history.
Yeah, the
as
rest
they
is
say.
history.
But listen, you know, obviously Detroit, Michigan, but you came here in 1971, and London very much was part of you know, you getting that career going.
Yes.
Very much a big deal for you. And I know that you've got this big gig at the Palladium next week, which I
Yes.
know is a very special venue for you, because something very special happened to you there once before, a few years ago, didn't it?
It did. I was on a big tour. I was headlining a big tour, me and Elvin Stardust and the Rubettes, and I was told, because we were playing the Palladium, could I have the other two lead singers come out with me and sing my last song? Dumb. Now that I look back, all the signs are there. So I said, sure. So we did Sweet Little Rock and Roll It together.
Yeah. We've got a picture of it, I think.
Oh, you got it. You got a clip. Okay.
Now, this
There
is
it
you. Just finished.
Look at this.
Look.
Look how they're holding on to me. They're not letting me go.
There is a man with a red book there, because that's where you got
Look
This
at
Is
my
Your
face.
Life.
I fall over.
How shocked were you? And how wonderful that you're going to be back performing at that venue.
Oh, wasn't that nice
Yeah.
memories?
Yeah.
And you know, I really was shocked. I had
Yeah.
no idea.
Well, listen, you're going to be back there next week, and I know that you've got books coming out, you've got poetry coming out, you've got a lot going on. Very, very quickly, will you be wearing the leather jumpsuit?
Of course.
That's all we need to know. Suzi Quatro, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You are a rock icon.
Yay.
Thank you.